In a small, ordinary classroom, sat a boy named Aram, quiet, withdrawn, and always at the back of the room. While the other children eagerly answered questions and showed off their colorful projects, Aram struggled just to keep up. No matter how hard he tried, the letters in his books danced around, the numbers made no sense, and the red marks on his papers only grew. He failed again and again. Slowly, he started to believe what others whispered about him, that he wasn't smart enough, that he would never succeed. Most teachers overlooked him. Some even ignored him completely. To them, Aram was just another student who wouldn't make it far. The constant criticism and disappointment chipped away at his confidence. He began to sit through his days in silence, his eyes downcast, his heart heavy with the weight of hopelessness. But everything changed when Miss Aisha joined the school. Miss Aisha was different. She had warm eyes, a kind smile, and a way of seeing what others couldn't. From the very first day, she noticed Aram, not just as the boy who failed tests, but as a boy who tried. She saw the way he looked at his books with frustration but never gave up. She saw his quiet nature not as weakness, but as potential waiting to bloom. Instead of scolding him, Miss Aisha sat beside him. She gently explained things in ways that made sense to him. She stayed after school to help him, bringing simple tools, colorful charts, and most importantly, encouragement. Every time Aram succeeded, even just a little, she clapped with joy. And when he struggled, she reminded him that failure was just a step toward learning. Slowly, Aram began to feel something new, hope. With each passing day, his marks improved, but more importantly, so did his belief in himself. Encouraged by Miss Aisha's faith in him, Aram worked harder than ever. He began to ask questions, raise his hand, and even help others who were struggling. He was no longer the invisible boy at the back of the class. He was becoming someone with dreams, and the courage to chase them. Years went by. Aram grew up, finished school, and went on to study science, the subject that once seemed impossible. He was curious, determined, and innovative. He spent countless hours in labs, driven by passion and a silent voice that kept reminding him, "You can do this." That voice, even after all those years, still sounded like Miss Aisha's. Eventually, Aram's dedication led him to a great discovery, one that earned him awards, recognition, and respect from scientists around the world. Newspapers wrote about his invention. Universities invited him to speak. He had become a renowned scientist, making a real difference in the world. But despite all the applause, one thing remained in his heart: gratitude. One afternoon, he visited a quiet home for retired teachers. There, sitting in a cozy chair with a book in hand, was Miss Aisha. Her eyes lit up as Aram walked in, now a grown man in a neat suit, holding flowers in one hand and a letter in the other. He knelt beside her, tears in his eyes, and said the words he had been waiting years to say: "You believed in me when no one else did. You changed my life." That moment, filled with emotion, proved a simple truth: belief is powerful. A single person's faith can lift someone from darkness and help them shine. Moral of the story: sometimes, what a person needs the most is not answers, not rewards, not even success, but someone to believe in them. Because belief has the power to change a life forever.